Hey guys, CDTV Productions here, and today we are going to be ranking the 2018 XXL Freestyles from worst to best, aka begging for a copyright claim, because fair use doesn't exist apparently, but regardless, I'm gonna do it. I'll also be doing this for the ciphers after they drop, which I believe is in mid-July, so stay tuned for that. So let's enter Opinion City. This is CDTV Productions. You can click the link in the description to join my amino to discuss hip-hop and rap with other hip-hop fans like yourself, and me of course. And let's get right into this video ranking the 2018 XXL Freestyles from worst to best. At number 9, we have Lil Pumpernickel, and I'm getting tired of saying that, so I really need to make up my own name for him.
Finger ain't froze, finger ain't covered in gold. Too many diamonds on my neck, think I might choke. How did they swim with your bitch on my eyes closed? Then I saw a hole through the back door.
This one was just an easy choice, and we all know why Pump is last. He did the laziest thing he possibly could do, and just rapped the second verse of his most recent song, titled Eshkere! Not only that, but he rapped a less clear and more mumbled version of that verse. Seriously, he stumbles quite a bit on here. And we know that he recorded Eshkere before the freestyles, as the song dropped April 13th, whereas the freestyles are recorded in late April. I think it's fair to bring this up, as there's other artists on the freshman list who put in work and come up with a whole new verse purely for the freestyles. It just comes across like he put very little effort in. I thought Pump's freestyle would at least be funny and an original verse, but instead it was just kind of frustrating to watch. And at our number 8 spot, we have BlocBoy JB.
XXL. Give a bitch a dick in the XXL. Running from the cops, yeah, we running from 12. If I see a... So
the main thing a lot of people took away from this freestyle is the fact that JB says XXL in quite a funny way. XXL, you big got dick in a XXL. But other than that, it really was just an incredibly standard verse. Nothing really stood out, and it just wasn't that entertaining to listen to. The only bar I kinda enjoyed was pull up on your block like Bowser spitting all this fire, because you know, Mario has those like little blocks, and Bowser literally spits fire. I know it's not amazing, but it's my favorite bar on here. Everything else he says on here isn't original at all though, and that's another reason why it's ranked lower. Bars about Uncle Ruckus not liking black people, it's been done before a million times. A bar about your dick being a pacifier cause it gets licked, which is just a really weird comparison when you think about it, but even KSI has used that bar. Everything here was lacking inspiration to me, and I just don't think it was that great. And at our number 7 spot on this list, we have Smokepurpp.
Yeah, young rich nigga, I really can't pipe down. Little bitch really want to pipe now, boyfriend match, so I really want to fight now. I don't give a fuck though. Young nigga hang with the cutthroats.
So as I was expecting with Purpp, there really was not that much in the way of lyrical substance. This is pretty much the most standard thing he could have rapped. The only good thing about his freestyle was the flow, honestly. It's just nothing to write home about in general. There's also some parts where it obviously cuts here, which is kind of annoying because I'm pretty sure these are usually done in one take, right? I don't know if he forgot his verse, that would be a very Smokepurpp thing of him to do, or if there was just something he said that they had to cut out, whatever that may have been, but it was just kind of weird to see. So yeah, my main takeaways from this freestyle was literally good flow, weird edits. And at our number 6 spot, we have Stefflon Don.
I can keep it coming 50 to 100. I've been making mommy proud. I pulled up in the maddest ting. You can hear me coming from 100 miles. I'm the realest ting. Bitches imitate.
Ting. She says ting a lot. For real though, Stefflon did a fairly nice job here. And call me crazy, but I think her being a female artist from the UK instantly makes her freestyle sound unique, because obviously that type of voice is not gonna sound the same as everyone else that's on this list. I don't think I'd say there was anything super special about the lyrical content or anything, but I did like her assertive and confident delivery. She does use some Jamaican slang, which is always something that sounds so awkward to me in a British accent, but nothing stood out to me as particularly bad on this one. It was just fine in my opinion. And at number 5 we have, whoa, Trippie Redd.
Take a vivid picture, no photos. Implement that shit into your mind just so you know though. Sucker free living, I'ma say that that's the motto. So
people might not agree with this one, but if we're being fair, he has to be lower if I'm being consistent with what I said before. Just like Pump, Trippie kinda rapped a fair few bars we've already heard from him, and as I've said, I'm not the biggest fan of that. A chunk of it's from his Tim Westwood freestyle. By the way, I should point out real quick, just so we're like clear on what I like and don't like, I don't have an issue with people writing the freestyles, because for me, freestyles definitely can be written. It's not that I have an issue with, I'm just not a biggest fan of when the freshmen use verses from songs they've already made or freestyles they've already did. But what Trippie is spitting here is obviously better than Pump, and he only recycles around 10 bars from that Westwood freestyle. The rest are from Can You Rap Like Me Too, but that hasn't even been released yet, so it's nowhere near as bad as Pump. Overall, it's definitely a fairly nice freestyle. The rhyme scheme is a little bit simple, but there's some decent wordplay and it flows well. It's mainly the recycling for me that scores this lower. And at our number 4 spot, we have YBN Nahmir.
My bro passed away. I was 16. Had to get off my ass and get up in them streets. We ain't even had no water in that fucking sink. But now I'm up and I'm...
Now listening to Nahmir always confuses me because people say he really hasn't lived the stuff he raps about, but then Nahmir himself always says he keeps it real. And I'm not sure who to trust more on this situation because I haven't really seen any true evidence for either side of it, so let me know what you think about it in the comments and maybe help me to understand where he's coming from a bit more. But that aside, if what he's saying is true here, then it's pretty hard hitting. He covers subjects like struggling when he was younger, saying that his family didn't have enough money for water, even though he had enough money for an Xbox, GTA, and an Elgato to stream the game, but also covers stuff which I'm pretty sure is definitely real, such as losing a close friend when he was younger. It was nice to see Nahmir actually come in with some emotion, because not many other people did that on here. There wasn't many freestyles about personal experiences and struggles. And of course, there's always Nahmir's unique voice, which sounds great. This one was pretty nice. And my third favourite XXL freshman of 2018, we have Mask the Slump God.
Red and black sweater like my name is Freddy. Color spaghetti. I so messy. Pico khaki. Never lack it. Keep that 30 in my jacket. Look at the diamonds, they on hush mode.
This freestyle was exactly what you would expect from Ski, but that's not really a bad thing. His excellent flowing skills are showcased really well on here. He enunciates very nicely as well, I noticed, and his signature vocal deliveries are present too. Yet again, this is from an unreleased song, so that does slightly bring down my enjoyment of it, but the song hasn't been publicly released yet, so it doesn't really bother me a whole lot. There is a couple of bars he's already said before on other songs here though, and I really didn't need to hear for a second time that his weed smells like a fart, but for the most part the lyrics are entertaining and Ski has packed his bars full of pop culture references, as he tends to do. I don't know if I'd say it was amazing, but out of what we got, it's definitely one of my top freestyles. Also, final thing, I really don't want to keep complaining, but no one should ever say XD Roar in a rap song under any context. Fuck me, I got chills just saying it there. And for my second favourite XXL freestyle of 2018, we have Wifisfuneral.
I told my daughter watch my back, cause him and I we can't lack. Keep it solid when I'm walking, I stop tweaking with the flats, and I just made a call to rack, seeing some FaceTime with the strap.
So I'm sure you're wondering why I put Wi-Fi so high up, as his verse is also from a song he made called Been to Hell and Back, and I put Pump so low for that particular reason. But there's one major difference here. Wi-Fi said he wrote this verse for the freestyle and later included it in Been to Hell and Back, so I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and take his word for it. Wi-Fi shows off his pretty fluid flow on this verse. I really like how he can just pick up the pace for a bar or two and immediately slow it down right after. He does have a pretty damn nice flow. Lyrically, it has a bit of content too. It's weird because for a lot of these freestyles, I don't have a whole lot to say. I feel like there's only one that was amazing and we're just about to get to that, but I do think Wi-Fi did a good job with this one. And at number 1, of course, it's obvious. Number 1, we have J.I.D or J.I.D.
Like my second life, my second line. I put this noose around my neck just to accessorize. Riding in this coupe terrified, 12 trying petrified nigga with petty crimes. How you feel?
There honestly was no competition. J.I.D is in first and by a huge margin. That's not to disrespect anyone else on the list, but J.I.D clearly put the most effort in. I think he really showcased here why he should be acknowledged, and I hope this freestyle turns a lot of heads towards his music. A few people have complained about his voice, and if that's how they feel, that's perfectly fine. But you can't deny that lyrically, no one else here held a candle to J.I.D. I mean, look at how much wordplay and meaning he crams into just 5 or so bars here. Then, oh, there's that beautiful 9 to 5 line. Top this all off with the fact that he switches flows like a motherfucker on here, and it keeps it exciting the whole way through. I feel like one very specific part of his fast rapping flow was a bit messy, specifically when he said, "Don't got the juice like you say you do." I don't know if it's just me, but that particular line sounded like he stumbled a little bit. But yeah, I'm literally criticizing that because there's honestly not much else to criticize here. Hell of a great verse, and undeniably the best one from the 2018 class. Well guys, that's going to be it for the video today. I do hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, leave a like, and of course let me know your own rankings of the freshman freestyles in the comments below. And if you maybe want to discuss it a little further, maybe a little more in depth, definitely come check out my Amino, the link to which, like I said, is in the description below. It's a great place for just discussing hip-hop, and like I said, I'm on there very often, so you get to talk to me directly as well. 10 fastest verses video for Denzel Curry coming very soon. Long overdue, but it's coming, so keep an eye out for that. And thank you so much for watching, guys. This has been CDTV Productions. Wait, that's not my outro. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you all in the next one, and this is CDTV Productions. Signing out. That's my outro. Got it right that time.